I come here by my house. There's a beautiful lake here, and one round around the lake is about 3 miles. So I do 2 rounds, so that's about 6 miles, depending on how I feel. I can jog or, I power walk. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Kathy. This is the Metaphysical Babes. We talk about spirituality, we talk about manifestation. And we are here to recognize that we are beyond this physical matter. We are more than this body. We are more than our hair. We are more than our skin color. We are beyond the 3D. We have multiple dimensions within us. And yes, we have access to them. You just need to know that. You just need to learn to be still and go within the dimension where you can manifest anything and pull it down to the physical world. I'm not one to be religious at all. I stay away from religion because I believe that they take away the greater power within you. But I do believe in God. I do believe in a higher power that is in control of everything: the wind, the fire, the earth, the water, everything that surrounds us, and everything that we are. There is a greater power. And the greater power does not reside outside of us, it resides within us. The power of the water is not outside of the water, but in the water, in the essence of the water. In the essence of the fire is where the greater power resides, not outside of it. It is not doing what it's doing because there's something outside of it controlling it. It is doing what it's doing because whatever's in it is actually maneuvering all of that it is. What you are is within you. It is not outside of you. If you believe in Jesus, Jesus is not outside of you. Jesus is within you. If you believe in some sort of deity, it is not outside of you. It is within you. And this is how you embody the characteristics, the force, the strength, and all of that. And then it manifests, for eyes to see. If you start looking at the characters in the Bible as faculties of your mind, then you will be able to own your reality. And by owning your reality is that whatever you say, whatever you decide, whatever you do, it is done. All right, because you are the creator. So the creation within yourself is done. By the time you declare it, by the time you take action, by the time you decide something, it is done. Now, I'm going to give you one example that I use for myself. I am not a religious person, but when I read the Bible, I hear stories in the Bible, I am quick to analyze them from the perspective of, mind power, like a mind game, a mental game, or a mental state. One story in particular, and I will probably put a quote here, because, I remember the story from Bible studies, but I don't remember what passage exactly in the Bible. But it is the story, I believe it's Peter, who went out to fish. And he's on a boat. I believe there were other disciples on the boat as well. Now came a storm. And I want you to hear this, but keep in mind that this is something that is happening within you. It is the faculties of your mind at play here. It's not a real story. If you start looking at it like from that perspective, your world can shift instantly. You can quantum leap instantly. All right, so stay here with me. I'm trying my best here. So they are out on the boat fishing. There came a storm. If you're ever on a boat in the middle of the sea, there's a storm. It's chaotic, right? Peter sees an a ghost appears, right? In the middle of the ocean. And it so happens to be Jesus. So Peter is, I guess, if again, like I'm trying to remember as best as possible here, saying, Lord, is that you, right? So yes. Now Jesus is saying to him, come to me. Now, guys, picture this. You on a beautiful cruise, you know why you're going on your cruise, and all of a sudden there's a storm. And then now you see this, thing appear, this figure appears that is calling you to come to it. what are you going to do? Let's be frank here. You're checking out, right? I know I would. But anyways, so Peter decides to walk towards Jesus, towards the Lord. But he's like, how am I going to walk on water? Like, this is not something that I could do, with all fairness, right? He knows he walks on the ground. He doesn't walk on water. And yet Jesus is like, come to me. Like, trust me. And then he goes and starts walking. Because if the Lord says, walk on water, you out to walk on that water. Now, this is where I understand this story. And like I said, if you see it as the faculty of your mind, then your world can change. There are instances in this world or in your life where you are in a storm. It's chaotic. You damn well you cannot walk on water. On top of it, you see this ghost calling you to walk on water. What are you going to do? Are you going to run back outside and hide? Or are you going to walk on that water? Walking on that water will mean the end of your problems. Walking on that water will mean the bills being paid. Walking on that water will mean you getting that house. Walking on that water will mean that the disease is gone. You are healed. Your daughter is back home. Your son is back home. He's out of prison. It means, there's healing happening in your household, in your family. The chains are broken. Are you going to walk on that water? Let me tell you guys, obviously, I'm going to bring Neville Goddard into this that talks about God being imagination. And I talk about we're nothing but spirit. Everything that we do it in spirit. Imagine yourself walking on that water. Imagine yourself walking on that water. The storm that is happening in your life, you are in the eye of the storm, but you have to walk on that water. The Lord is saying, come to me. The Lord being your wish fulfilled. The Lord being the healing. The Lord being the bill paid. The Lord being the house. The Lord being that your son is returned to you. Complete, whole. You got to walk on that water in your imagination. And I've done this exercise in my mind, in my imagination. I'll close my eyes and I'm imagining walking on water. And that water, that storm is all the problems that I'm facing, all the undesired instances or events. And I'm walking on them. My eyes fixated on the Lord. My eyes fixated on the end result. My eyes fixated on that wish fulfilled. I'm walking on that water. Now, you cannot waver. The moment you do, you go under. Yes, you can get back up. There's no problem. There's nothing wrong with getting back up. But understand that it's going to take you longer to reach the Lord that is calling on your name. Peter wavered. And when Jesus said, why did you doubt? It is because you don't believe in my power or you don't believe in yourself. Those two have to be like this. Your belief in yourself and the belief in your wish accomplished. Your blessing being there waiting for you. It is not clear. Yes, it's true because it's a ghost, right? On that water in the middle of that storm. But that's it. Until you reach to it, until you get to it, it may not make sense to you. Whatever you're seeing, that apparition? I'm sorry. My accent is getting in the way now. Okay, whatever appeared in the middle of the storm, calling on Peter to come to it. And he said, why did you doubt? So I'm asking you, why are you doubting? Go into your imagination. The story is not real. Although you want to make it real, go ahead, But if you go within your imagination and you see yourself as Peter, walking on your problems, walking on that water in the middle of that storm, with faith and confidence that you will get there, nothing will happen to you. You will not go under. And you will reach there without distraction, without wavering, without doubting. It is done. It is accomplished. That is the law. That is the law. And you decide that. This is how you become the God of your reality. This is how you own reality. There's no other things to it. And guys, I'm saying this to you. I'm not a religious person. I'm not the one that will just open the Bible and read it just because. But the stories of the Bible, they are deep. If you start thinking of them as faculties of your mind, they're designed to help you build confidence within yourself, to build the faith. Neville Goddard uses the Bible all the time to illustrate his points about how we can manifest our dream life and everything. So close your eyes, walk on that water. What you could do is imagine that you're looking, like I said again, if you can look at your end result in the eye, and if you want to look at you want to picture Jesus, however is Jesus in your mind, white, blue eyes, or black with curly hair like mine, or whatever, however you want to picture it. If it existed, if Jesus existed in your mind, if for you, that's you. I have nothing to do with that. That's for you to decide. I cannot come in between that. Whatever works for you, make it your anchor. I always say this. Whatever it is, spirituality, whatever it is, make it your anchor. And guess what? It is you walking on that water in the middle of the storm, in the eye of the storm. Nothing can come between you and that. I'm sweating here. I have to get up. I have to get back to go finish my walk here. I have 3 more miles to go. And I just had this message and I wanted to just record it right now before I forget. So guys, understand this. Whatever you choose, whatever path you choose, it is the right path because that's what God says. That is the law. That is the right path. But now those stories of the Bible, you can use them. Use them to help you build confidence within yourself. Walk on that water. Look at Jesus in the eyes as you're walking on that water. And say, Lord, I am coming to you. I have you. You have me. And then you will see, walk on that water multiple times in your imagination. And that water being all the problems, all the troubles, while you are in the middle of the storm, doesn't matter. You are getting there. It is done. It is done. Do not waver. Do not doubt. Because by doubting, you're choosing another God. You're choosing a false God. That is what the false God is. Doubting. Listening to somebody else telling you something else. Distraction. That is false gods. Those distractions are false gods. Even the storm is a false god. Because that is not your concern. Because the Lord called upon you to walk on that water. I can't believe I'm preaching this right now. I feel like I'm preaching, but this is not me. But I'm just saying that this is what was revealed within me as I'm taking my walk here by the beautiful lake. And I've been doing this in my imagination, to be honest with you, walking on water in my imagination. As I know that I'm acquiring all that my heart desires, that I am getting there. It doesn't matter. The time doesn't matter. Nobody knows. Time is not a factor that we should be concerned with. Nobody knows how long we're here for. You could live up to 100. How the heck do you know? You don't know. God may preserve your strength until you're 99. Your health until you're 105. So time should not be of your concern. Know that you will get there. You're walking on that water no matter what. Because that is what the law says. That is what the law of God is. And we are all capable of it. You are no better than me and I'm no better than you. You just need to have the self-confidence and the faith in whatever you're doing, whatever that you're trying to accomplish. I gotta get out of here. The freaking allergies are killing me and I'm sitting here And I didn't turn on my car because my car will pick up the phone. So, and I've recorded before and nothing was recorded because of that. So I didn't turn on my car because of that. Anyways, guys, this is what I wanted to share with you today. I have a video that I've recorded about how I manifested $12,500 in 1 week. And I am not I did not share it yet because I was waiting on something. And I want you to go on my Stand store and download the free spiritual seeker workbook and take it for free. Use it. Build your faith. Okay, guys, you need to do that. Your self-confidence. Use the stories in the Bible, as faculties of the mind. They're all examples of where we could be in life. Okay, and I can come back and use more stories. There's so many people on YouTube that use stories of the Bible as well. And you can do it, guys. You can get out of the storm walking on that water. Okay, so I think that's it for me. I'm melting here. And I will drop the video about how I manifested $12,500, guys. And again, stay faithful. You can walk on that water. Doesn't matter. You could do it. All right, God bless, and let's continue to prosper together.